Thank you guys. That was our 7th match of the day. A convincing win for Bane, don't you think, Angel?
I think so. I think Emo should have just done themselves a favor this morning and got themselves.
That's entirely right. Should we grab 1 or 2 questions from the forums before we talk more about FanFest and other awesome things? Unreal Reactions asks, what's better, buffer or active tank, Rowan?
Depends what you're going to field with it. If you're going to field the logistics with it, then buffer all the way, definitely. But we found that active tanks, we've seen some people field both together, an active tank along with the logistics as bait.
Agony.
Yeah, but these matches are fairly short. They're a max of like 15 minutes. So generally, if you can find a really good, stable, active tank that's going to last that long, it's good to field that, because then each ship obviously has to be overcome on its own, and each ship doesn't need to rely on one linchpin ship within the gang. But if you've got a really battleship-centric setup, then it's generally better to go with just a massive hit point buffer and a logistics ship thrown in.
Another question from the forums. This is Vardnar asking, how does a Guardian differ from an Oneros and, for example, a Basilisk from a Scimitar? What's the differences, basically? Essentially,
the Guardian and Basilisk can be lumped together as far as having similar capabilities. When linked with either each other or an identical ship, they're able to create cap between themselves. So essentially, they both function as cap batteries. They're not as maneuverable as say, the Scimitar or the Oneros. And generally, you find them in pairs or trios, the triangle setup. However, that reliance on each other makes them far more vulnerable to, say, e-warfare and things like that. Whereas the Scimitar and the Oneros, while are more independent type ships, are sort of the lone wolf logistics ship. They're really nice. I love flying the Scimitar. It's fast, it's small, and it does have a very powerful amount of rep within it. So it's nice to not have to rely on everybody else.
We also got a question from Captain Fumblebum. I'm not going to read the question, I just wanted to read his name.
Props to that.
Yes, yeah. Let's go back and, Captain Fumblebum, that's an amazing name. Let's go back and talk a little bit more, because of course the players see all the awesome events you do, but you also do cool events for us developers.
Yes.
We have one tomorrow.
Yes, we have. We're gonna bring a couple 100 beers up in the CCP Cantina, and about 50 of us are gonna watch the finals here live, and hopefully we're gonna see a webcam or whatever from that event. I'll be there, eating pizza and drinking beer, watching the finals like everyone else.
So a load of developers up there, just having a good time watching the Alliance tournament, and just that is awesome.
Getting drunk on a Sunday.
Yeah, I wish I could attend, but I have like an important meeting.
You have to be here
with this desk.
Yes.
Yeah, but it is really cool. It is fantastic, and we have one more match. It's Ushura Khan versus Dead Terrorists, and then we have the second half of today's program. If you guys should just get a quick look at the schedule, what are you looking forward to after the break, Angel?
I'm looking forward to, well, there's 3 matches I'm really looking forward to. Darkside versus Morsis Mihi, Dystopia Alliance versus it's Get Off My Lawn. And it's a toss-up really between Pandemic Legion versus Electus Matari and Solar Fleet versus Panda Team. Not really sure which one I prefer over those, but there's definitely a lot of matches. Some old powerhouses like Pandemic Legion and some new potentials, especially in Darkside, who I liked coming into this tournament. Haven't been the most flashy team, but have been consistent. So I really like them in at least the quarterfinals.
How about you, Bro?
I can't wait to see Dystopia Alliance and Get Off My Lawn. I think both teams have been pretty great so far. I want to see Pandemic Legion fight, just to see how they're going to do. You know, obviously, those guys they've won a couple of tournaments in the past. It's going to be interesting to see if it can go all the way. But strangely, the match I'm looking forward to the most is Electus Matari versus the Ronin, because I've got a lot of personal friends in EM and I really want to see them do well.
Yeah, and the Ronin are a superb team, to put it mildly. But I think so far we've only had one really big surprise, and I think that was Lashuna Romana versus, Cry Havoc versus Agony Empire, Cry Havoc are always a fantastic team, but they really, really got beat. Otherwise, we've been pretty according to what you'd suspect, wouldn't you say, Angel?
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I'm pretty confident with these teams putting on a solid performance within the next round of the events. Really, the only team that may be an underdog in the next matchup is going to be Agony Empire. The rest of these teams could very well be favorites in their next round. So great showing.
And to be fair to the losing team, when I say go as expected, there's a lot of these that are 50-50.
True.
Like Voltron, AAA, 50-50, Circle of Two, Red Overlord, 50-50.
Yeah.
Those first 2 weekends really do help to weed out some of the weaker teams, the teams maybe that haven't put their all into it.
Okay, yeah, that's definitely true. We are ready with the next match. It is Ushura Khan versus Dead Terrorists. It is starting here in 2 minutes. Angel, what do you think?
I really want to see Ushura Khan do well.
Rowan?
As much as I like rooting for the role players, I think that Dead Terrorists are going to take it.
Tyr?
Does anyone fit Freckies?
No.
Oh, okay. I don't know then.
Then we'll take 1 vote for each and half a vote for each for you.
Half.
Yep, I think I'll go with Ushura Khan, but there's only one way of finding out, and that is keep watching.